What is the most shocking thing that someone running from dictatorship could find in America? Arriving on the shores of the land of the free and the home of the brave, it was my unquestionable belief that democracy would always be strong here. And in many ways, it is. But then, 3 years ago, on January 6, 2021, something happened here that made almost every seasoned dictator around the world to stop and marvel.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol.
Insurrection could do grave damage.
This is insane.
It shocked me to my very core. It was the last thing that I expected to witness, especially because I literally was still panting from running after being released from a maximum security prison. My name is Evan Mawarire. I'm a democracy activist from Zimbabwe, where I was jailed, tortured, and charged with treason for starting and leading peaceful protests that demanded democracy. The denial of election results in America in 2021 marked a new and understandably horrifying reality to just how susceptible democracy is to threats of people who will stop at nothing to take power by any means necessary. In 2008, Robert Mugabe, the infamous dictator who ruled Zimbabwe for 37 years, murdering thousands along the way, lost the election to his opponent. In a democracy, one accepts defeat and hands over power, not Mugabe. He simply refused to accept the loss and went on to hold back results from being released for a month. Eventually, and still without releasing the results, he ordered a runoff. But the opposition leader rightfully boycotted in protest. But wait, there's more. Mugabe ran alone. And unashamedly, he went on to declare himself winner. I really wish I was making this up, but I'm not. It happened. As the J6 hearings were in process, a year after the storming of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., I had the opportunity to write an op-ed for the Washington Post. In this article, I highlighted that the process of holding political leaders who undermine democracy accountable is not only an extremely important aspect of defending democracy, but it is one that every citizen of the United States of America needs to both follow and participate in. What would have happened had the insurrectionists of J6 succeeded? You'd hate to even imagine it. But people like me, we don't have to imagine it, because I can tell you exactly what happened in Zimbabwe after Bob refused to go. Democracy, which was already in critical condition after his years of dictatorship, spiraled further into the abyss of autocracy for another 15 years. And it hasn't recovered even as we speak. This is the mission that, along with many brave people, we have embarked on. It is to help expose the work of horrible forces who have committed themselves to destroying democracy. It's their stated goal to actually end forms of governance that respect the rights of women, ones that give citizens the freedom of speech and of expression, the freedom of religion, ones that allow the right to hold differing political views, and ones that allow the freedom of assembly and the right to protest government and demand accountability, just to name a few. And these people, they're serious about this goal. So when I speak like this, America, I do so as one who sees the vast freedoms that this nation provides its citizens and those who come to her. But I also speak as one who sadly observes the most egregious use of those same freedoms to destroy the very system that gives them. America, you have every warning that this is the most challenging time for your democracy. And 2024 is as critical a time as it will get. So, on this January 6th anniversary, may we always remember that whilst we have had freedom for a long time, it takes our consistent commitment to its ideals for an even longer time to come to ensure that our children and their children will also have the gift of living in freedom.